It is another special day to have lectures with you. I'm going to teach on social studies. The topic is water supply. It is expected by the end of the lesson, the students should be able to 1. Name sources of water supply. Name sources of water supply. Mention ways of keeping our sources of water clean. Mention ways of keeping our sources of water clean. Thirdly, state 3 importance of water. State 3 importance of water. There are 2 types sources of water supply. There are 2 types of sources of water supply. They are natural and non-natural artificial. I will repeat. There are 2 types, natural and non-natural artificial. Now, natural sources of water supply include streams. Now, I want some of you to mention, Ugochukwu, mention one of the natural sources of water supply. Okay. Rivers, good. Chinenye. Oceans, good. Seas, lake, springs, and rainfall. They are sources of water supply made by God. I will repeat again. The natural sources of water supply are streams, rivers, oceans, seas, lake, springs, and rainfall. Now, non-natural or artificial sources of water supply. Non-natural or artificial sources of water supply. These sources of water is made by man. Now, Oji, give me one of the examples. Well water, good. Ikechi, pipe-borne water, excellent. Boreholes, dams, reservoirs, and man-made lakes. I will repeat. Non-natural or artificial sources of water supply. They are well water, pipe-borne water, boreholes, dams, reservoirs, and man-made lakes. Keeping sources of water clean. keeping sources of water clean. There are many ways of keeping sources of water clean. They are below. Number 1, using clean buckets to fetch water from well. You see, it is expected of you whenever you want to draw water from the well to use what? Clean buckets. Don't pick any bucket. That one should be reserved for that. And you make sure that it's clean, you wash it, keep it safe, so that from time to time you use it to draw water from the well. Next one, avoid dumping of refuge into rivers. Avoid dumping of refuge into rivers. That is one of the problems in our nation. Dumping refuse inside the rivers. You know, the dirt from the kitchen, the sachets of pure water, and the banana peels and the rest of them. After eating, you will see somebody dumping it inside the rivers. It will pollute that water, and it will not be good for drinking. There should be prompt repair of burst water pipes. If any pipe bursts, there is need for it to be repaired immediately. You don't allow it like that, because it's going to cause havoc to human beings. There should be prompt repair of burst water pipes. Immediately it is identified, you look for the experts that will repair it. Now, wells should be covered. I said wells should be covered. It is not good that the wells should be opened while people are drawing water from there from time to time to drink. After drawing water from the well, it should be what? Covered, so that both reptiles and other things will not be seen inside the water, in order that after drinking it, somebody will be having problems or rubbish entering into the water because it is not closed. So it is advisable that you should do what? Cover the well after use and before used. We should not use chemicals for fishing in the rivers. We should not use chemicals for fishing in the rivers. There are things that are meant for fishing. Chemical is not part of it. So whenever, if you are a good fisherman, you're going to the river to fish, do not use what? Chemicals. Because human beings are going to eat that fish, and it will cause problem to their health. So you are advised not to use what? Chemicals for fishing in the rivers. Remember the topic, the subtopic, keeping sources of water clean. We should avoid oil spillage in the natural waters. We should avoid oil spillage in the natural waters, such as rivers, lakes, oceans. It should be avoided, oil spillage, because it's going to cause harm to health. So you are advised to avoid oil spillage. I said, I will repeat again. Keeping sources of water clean. Using clean buckets to fetch water from well. Avoid dumping of refuse into rivers. There should be prompt repair of burst water pipes. Wells should be covered. We should not use chemicals for fishing in the rivers. We should avoid oil spillage in the natural waters, such as rivers, lakes, oceans, etc. Are there importance of water? Emehara, are there importance of water? I want you to tell me one of the importance of water. Man needs water for drinking in order to quench his thirst. Is it true? Yes, she got it. Anosike, tell me another importance of water. It provides fish. Yes. Water provides fish for man's use. You can only eat fish and you will be satisfied. It's food. It serves as a means of transportation. Yes. Water serves as a means of transportation. Good. For industrial use, water is good for our industry. They are using it to do some certain things before the final word, production. And after use, water is used to wash the equipment used. So, water is very, very important. There are other importance of water. I will repeat again. Importance of water supply. It's for industrial use. It serves as food. It helps in transportation. Good. I want you to do this for me. I believe that the lecture or the lesson is quite understood, and I believe that if you are asked the importance of water, you can say it very well. Not only that, how to keep our water clean. Another thing is that sources of water supply, we have natural and artificial. Natural are the ones made by God. Artificial or non-artificial or non-natural are the ones that are made by man. I want you to answer this question carefully. Number 1. List 2 sources of water supply. List 2 sources of water supply. Number 2. State 2 ways of keeping sources of water clean. State 4 ways of keeping sources of water clean. Lastly, mention 3 importance of water. Mention 3 importance of water.